And now that we're starting to get some community developer support in terms as custom ROMs for the Pixel and Pixel XL, I wanted to show you how to flash and install a custom ROM. Now before you begin, you're going to have stuff like the bootloader unlocked. You're going to have TWRP installed as your custom recovery. Once that's all set up, it's also recommended that you are on the latest bootloader, radio, and vendor image for the Pixel phone, at least for the vendor image on the Pure Nexus experience. This could vary from custom ROM to custom ROM. So along with the zip file for the custom ROM you're going to install, which for me is going to be the Pure Nexus experience, you're also going to need to download, and just in case, have the vendor image, which you should be on the latest version if you've accepted the OTA updates. But it's a good idea to just go ahead and have this on the phone in case there is an error whenever you boot up. Now usually you'll need to go ahead and have a GApps zip file downloaded as well, since this is the early stages of Pixel and Pixel XL development. This is not available on the Pure Nexus experience ROM, and they have included Google Apps in this actual build. Now again, something that's exclusive for the Pure Nexus experience right now is that you should go ahead and have your TWRP installer zip file on here. Now Bean says that flashing Pure Nexus right now is wiping over TWRP, so we're just going to need to install TWRP again after. And if you want Super SU, you want to download the latest. I'm seeing reports that 2.79 SR3 is installing without issue. And if you need download links for any of this, just go ahead and check the description below this video. I'll have a link to the full tutorial on my website, which I'll be linking to everything needed from unlocking the bootloader to installing TWRP and downloading all these required files. So to start, we just need to boot over into recovery mode. And again, if you're not sure how to do this, check the full tutorial, as I'll link through everything in a step-by-step fashion. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and create a Nandroid backup so that you have something to restore to just in case something goes wrong here. We're going to tap on wipe and then advanced wipe. And here we're going to select the Dalvik, the system, and the data partitions. We want to keep internal storage unwiped because that's where our ROM files are located. And we just swipe the white arrows to the right to format those partitions. Now we're doing this because we're doing a clean install. If you're doing an update from one version of Pure Nexus to the next, you should be able to do what is called a dirty flash, but we're doing a clean flash right now. So once that's done, tap the home button, then we're going to tap the install button. Then you just want to browse to wherever you have this file downloaded, which is the downloads folder for me. Then I'm going to tap on Pure Nexus and then swipe the white arrows to the right to begin the installation. Now, just like Pure Nexus requires certain things like having that vendor image and being on the latest vendor image, some custom ROMs require specific steps in the installation process. So be sure to read through the install steps on the XDA forum thread. Like for the Pure Nexus experience, I believe it's the 4th post where the developer talks about installing the ROM. Just go ahead and read through the first few posts and find out if they talk about any specific steps that must be taken. So as you can see, it kind of seemed like it was freezing and sticking on step 1 while flashing this ROM. Generally doesn't happen. It might be something specific to the Nexus devices or the Pixel devices, or that might be specific to the Pure Nexus build. So once you have that installed, if it's required that you install GApps, you're going to want to press the home button, come back here, install your Google apps. Again, since that's not required for Pure Nexus, we just need to press home and then tap on install, because we need to flash the TWRP installer again. And once that's done, we can go ahead and reboot the device. So we can just press this reboot system button right here. So that first boot's going to take some time, and eventually you're going to boot up into a screen like this. You won't always see this error message about the vendor image, but if you do, that's because you're not on the latest vendor. So we're just going to tap on OK. We're going to reboot back into recovery mode. We're going to tap on install. We're going to tap on the install image button down here at the bottom right. And we're going to see that vendor image, so just tap on that. Select the vendor image option for the partition here. Then swipe the white arrows to the right to begin the installation. And now we can reboot the system again. Beans, at least for the Pure Nexus experience ROM, he recommends that you first boot into Android after installing the custom ROM, and then rebooting back into recovery so that you can install Super SU if you want root access. It's generally not required, but sometimes, like I said, for certain custom ROMs, it can be required that you go through certain steps that are specific to that operating system. So again, just be sure to read through the XDA thread for it and make sure you know about it. So as you can see, we are booted up into Pure Nexus. That's how to install a custom ROM on the Pixel XL. It will also work on the Pixel phone. And I expect to see a lot more custom ROMs and custom kernels in the future for this device.